This video provides a quick overview of chemical inventory management strategies and how they can be used to reduce waste and prevent pollution, such as spills, emissions, and contamination. It's important to understand these inventory management practices apply to more than chemicals, and they also have additional benefits. So let's get started. If you're investing time or money into an inventory management project at your business, you want to make sure everyone involved in chemical management is on board, from the purchasing department to custodians to upper management. Good inventory management strategies can accomplish many of the following benefits, including reduce waste and prevent pollution, save on material and waste management costs, save time, which can result from reduced inventory recounts or resolving issues with unused, unlabeled, expired, or poorly stored materials, improve sale and delivery operations, reduce money tied up in unused inventory, and for hazardous waste generators, benefits also include potentially reducing regulatory impacts, and cost savings are likely to be much greater than non-hazardous waste, and saving money on analytical tests to determine how unknown materials should be disposed. As we discuss inventory management strategies further, it is important to remember that inventory can be present at any production stage, whether that be in the form of raw materials, component parts, work in progress, finished goods, or packaging. Now that we've covered some of the basics and the benefits, let's look at inventory management strategies. Tracking materials, product, and waste has an impact at nearly every step of a facility's operations. When implemented appropriately, it can become a seamless part of the process and ensures orders and deliveries are made in a timely manner while minimizing waste. Here are some ways tracking can be implemented. Inspect deliveries and return any unacceptable materials to the supplier. This likely only reduces waste at your facility unless the supplier can reuse or recycle it. Label and date new materials as they are received. Keep records of material use and waste generated, and inventory materials at least once each year, and consider using a computer software program to track your inventory. A first in, first out policy is done exactly the way it sounds. Items that come into the facility first are also the first ones to be used or sold. This policy is based on the understanding that items you receive first, or the ones you've held on to the longest, are going to be the first to expire or become unusable. By choosing to use the oldest stock first, waste can be reduced. While this policy sounds easy enough, implementation can be difficult, which is why it's so important to get your whole team on board. Keeping the amount of materials purchased to a minimum can also reduce waste. A just-in-time system immediately moves inventory from receiving to use and involves placing orders on a regular basis. Purchases are only made to replenish what has been sold since the last order. Consider putting someone in charge of dispensing materials. When an employee asks for more, they must request and justify the need. This can prevent overuse by employees. Buying materials in reusable or recyclable containers also helps minimize inventory, and a similar method is to order smaller containers of materials. However, because smaller batches may cost more, you should do a cost-benefit analysis. Together, these procedures can reduce disposal of any excess unused material. Maintaining appropriate storage conditions can extend the life of materials, prevent spills and leaks, and prevent materials from getting mixed together. This includes maintaining proper temperature and humidity in storage areas, making sure storage areas are covered and secure. Rainwater can contaminate uncovered materials, and heat and sunlight can degrade certain materials and also the containers themselves. Maintain legible labels on all containers and segregate materials by chemical compatibility. Storage of incompatible materials should be done in separate areas. Inspect storage areas routinely to spot damaged and degraded containers, spills, and leaks. Set inventory limits for the storage of materials. More hazardous materials increase the risk of spills, fires, and exposures from releases. In addition to the more common inventory management strategies already described, there are a number of other strategies to consider, including contact suppliers or manufacturers to determine if materials can be used beyond their expiration date. Many products can be used beyond these dates with no noticeable performance reduction. Some suppliers will also take back excess, off-spec, or expired products. and consider using waste exchanges for overstock or unwanted materials. Now let's look at a case study to examine how a business can put these strategies into practice. In this example, a facility in the aerospace industry uses 4 types of sealants that require storage in a freezer. These sealants have a shipping lead time of approximately 2 weeks and a shelf life of approximately 4 weeks, making purchase planning for this product very complicated. Because the freezers are unorganized, employees sometimes pick the first bag available rather than the one that will expire first. On top of all that, employees can refill the freezers whenever they are out of a sealant by getting extra bags from the inventory area. Without any standards, this existing method has been generating a lot of waste from expired sealants. The company decided to determine how big of an issue this really was. When they inventoried the amount of expired sealants, it turned out to be approximately 800 sealant containers in a 5-week period. The facility took action and purchased storage bins to separate and organize different types of sealant in the freezer. In a smart move, the new bin colors match the colored label on each type of sealant, making the new organization system very straightforward for employees. This facility also implemented a first-in, first-out policy, so the new containers of sealant could easily be added to the back of the bin in a specific position, ensuring older sealant is used first. The improved inventory control and forecasting of materials significantly decreased the 2,200 pounds of expired sealant waste generated annually. With an average price of $4 per container, the expired containers cost about $33,000 each year. Other guidelines that could be implemented to further optimize this process include training employees not to check out more supply from the inventory area than required, getting rid of the inventory or intermediate storage area entirely. An intermediate storage area can decrease control over the inventory. As shown, proper inventory management strategies can reduce waste and pollution and save your facility money. If you have any questions, you can contact the Pollution Prevention Institute at Kansas State University using the contact information shown on this screen.